Okay, this is my second time recording this, so I want to go through it really fast, and that's what I'm going to make the theme about. So we have patch notes here for Marvel Rivals Season 4.5. It says, Greeting Rivals, the Marvel Rivals universe never stands still with new buffs, nerfs, and team-up tweaks. The meta is evolving once again. Suit up and see which heroes are rising and who's getting knocked down a peg. We have Vanguard, Angela. The Hand of Heaven receives a slight boost to her sustained fighting power. After activating Divine Judgment, increases Axes of Icor's Angela's bonus health from 30 per enemy hit to 40 and allies from 15 to 20. So she gets more over health in that little range she has when she slams down. And so do her allies. Venom. Venom's ultimate ability becomes even more menacing for his foes. Feast of the Abyss ultimate ability now applies a 30% healing reduction to enemies hit, lasting 4 seconds. So basically, we screwed supports over, and now we're screwing them over even more. That's pretty much all that is. We just hate supports here. So, Duelist, Blade. The Daywalker gets a slight boost to his offensive prowess. Increased Daywalker dash secondary attack range from 4.5 meters to 6.5 meters. Increase the duration of each slash speed attack gained during Bloodline Awakening from 0.7 seconds to 1. New effect. Landing all 4 hits of Whirlwind Slash grants 1 slash speed stack. So basically, he's attacking faster and more often and for longer. And also his anti-heal, which I'm pretty sure that is what it means by secondary attack range with the dash, because if you dash to someone with your gun out, it applies anti-heal. So this is us screwing supports over even more. Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. Hela. The Goddess of Death gets a slight survivability buff. Reduce Astral Flock start upcast time. After casting, Hela gains 25 bonus HP. So she goes into her bird form faster, and she also gains 25 HP after casting it. I don't think Hela needed a buff, but hey, here we are. Human Torch. Johnny sees a slight reduction in damage and mobility. Reduce Fire Cluster hit damage per projectile from 5.5 to 5. New effect, Fire Cluster now has a 0.5-second delay before ammo begins to replenish, and during Plasma Body, reduce movement speed from 900 to 850. So this is their attempt of getting rid of the quick movement he has, and getting rid of the melee tech, and getting rid of the viability of shooting melee to reload his primary. We'll see if it works. If it works, that's good. If it doesn't, well, there you go. Lin Lai's threat against high health enemies slightly increases. Lower fixed damage of Yaji Chun Quan from 9 to 8, but increase the percentage damage of the enemy's max health per strike from 2.7% to 3.1%. So if you're going to parry and do the little flurry punches, you shouldn't really go after squishies. You should only go after tanks, because that's where the real value is going to come from at this point, because it does such little damage now. So basically, he's Wolverine, but better, because his movement and survivability is just better. So then we have Mr. Fantastic. Reed Richards gains a bit more crowd control over mobile heroes. After successfully pulling an enemy with distended grip, the target is now afflicted with a 1-second immobilize effect. So he becomes way better at peeling, and if he grabs you, then you cannot move for 1 second, is what I believe this means. So Phoenix, Jean Grey's burst potential has been toned down. Melee attacks no longer stack sparks. Primary weapon ammo no longer replenishes during Dark Ascent. New addition is adding 1 second of cooldown to Dark Ascent. So you can't really do the melee tech anymore. Melee does not apply sparks, and you also can't have infinite ammo and infinite pressure. So yeah, her pressure has been toned down. Psylocke. Psy's ultimate ability now has slightly more float and sting. Reduce self-slow rate during Dance of the Butterfly ultimate ability from 30% to 15%. Increase each strike's damage from 150 to 170. This is a pretty good Psy buff. I want her damage back. I don't like her being a complete NPC poke character. Anyway, This is pretty good because she's going to be a lot faster in that little circle when she ults now. She's going to be zooming around because that's a significant drop. And 150 to 170 is pretty good too. I don't know if you can still patty cake in it. I don't think so. I think that damage might be a little too much, so you can't patty cake in it. If there's, you can still stack in it, and that's gonna really screw it over. But this is a nice buff. You know, this is nice. I like to see it. Cloak and Dagger. Ty and Tandy's ultimate ability now takes a bit more energy to unleash their Eternal Bond. Increase the energy cost of Eternal Bond ultimate ability from 4,300 to 4,500. Is this good? No. You're not really going to notice it because it's a 200 point difference. I think you just need 4,500 healing now to get it. I think that's what that means. But you're not going to notice. I'm going to be real. You're not going to notice. Next, we have Rocket Raccoon. Rocket's ultimate ability utility gets a boost. Increased damage boost granted by Cosmic Yard Amplifier, ultimate ability, from 25% to 40%. Now, I believe this is his original numbers, so it still gives Overshield, and he's back to his original number of damage boost, which is 40%. This is really big. For example, if you combine this Rocket's ult with Size ult, you're pretty much doing 200 damage per slash. So this is very nice. He's going to be honestly hard meta simply because his damage boost it's very big. 40% is very big. So you can combo that with a lot. So Ultron. The dials on Ultron's healing and ultimate ability uptime are being slightly turned back. Reduce imperative patch healing for amount from 35 to 30 and healing bonus to the followed ally from 10 to 5. Increase the energy cost of Reg for Ultron ultimate ability from 3,400 to 3,700. This is pretty much him and his healing being toned down all around. He just does overall less healing and gets his ultimate less often, which is worth because he was getting his ultimate every fight. It was ridiculous. All right, that is the whole patch notes and everything that's really important. I'm not going to go over the team ups because it doesn't really matter.